My name is Gina Rivera-Garza, and this is my persuasive speech on homeschooling versus public schooling. To be educated and successful in life, many people believe in order to do so, an individual must attend a public school. But is attending a traditional public school always the best option? When you hear the word homeschooling, you will most likely think of a Christian family keeping their child at home and not disciplining them when it comes to their education. Even though that may be the case at times, over the years homeschooling has advanced by providing many different styles to homeschool. When making the decision to homeschool, there is typically a reason why it is chosen to do so. By making the decision to be homeschooled, a lot of people say it does not benefit the student socially or educationally. But the truth is, by being homeschooled, it can provide many things, such as providing a more advanced curriculum as well as providing life skills. By an individual being homeschooled, it could be said that they can exceed more in life than someone who attended a public school. When attending a public school, there tend to be more negative factors than positive ones. In our traditional public schools, things such as bullying by students and teachers, racism, and inadequate curriculum, which are just some of the few negative factors that may be involved. In an article by Jane Ripper-Scheller, families have multiple reasons for choosing to homeschool their children. While a desire to provide religious or moral instructions may have once been a top reason to homeschool, these reasons have been suppressed by concerns about school environment, dissatisfaction with academic instruction in other schools, and reasons such as family time, finances, travel, and distance. In addition, families are increasingly choosing homeschool because their child's physical and mental health problems. With the advancement of technology, new styles to homeschooling have been created. New online public school programs such as Connections Academy, K-12, Old Bridge Academy, and Khan Academy are just to name a few of the many programs that are available for homeschooling. I was in public school for about 6 years because of medical issues as well as difficulties that I had with the school. My family and I decided to make the decision to go down the path of homeschooling by using the program Connections Academy. Connections Academy is an online public school where you talk to teachers weekly over the phone and make connections with local students, as well as attending live lessons over the internet. The program is free for families and to provide you with textbooks, class supplies, headphones, as well as providing an advanced curriculum. In traditional public schools, the main educational purpose is to pass a state test, where it is to make a good impression on the school and teachers. By the main purpose to pass state testing, the curriculum can tend to be very minimal and fast-paced. One of the other biggest issues students face in traditional public school is peer pressure. In homeschool programs such as Connections Academy, the curriculum is far more advanced than curriculum than a traditional public school. The education that is taught is presented at a steady pace and is not forced to be retained towards the individuals. When the students are studying at home, they are not around peers who can make them feel pressured, which allows them to thrive in their education. In an article by Ruggang Damron, homeschooling is a great way to help kids develop their passions and discover their talents. Homeschoolers are not weird or isolated outcasts. They are children who are smart, social, and well-mannered. Homeschooling is becoming very popular today, and for good reason. It is a wonderful way of life that helps kids flourish and find out who they really are. Even though being homeschooled is a personal decision that to benefit the individual in their educational life and personal life, criticism always tends to follow the decision to do so. Critics believe just because that an individual is homeschooled, they lack social skills and are not properly educated, as like what they would be in traditional public schools. Questions along the lines, don't you miss being around kids your own age, or how can you be social if you're at home all the time? When my family and I decided to homeschool myself, a lot of family members questioned if I would be properly educated and if it will affect my social life. It did in a way, but then yet it did affect my social life, but it really didn't bother me because I really wasn't close to anyone when I was in public school. Despite opinions from individuals against homeschooling, it could be said that students who are homeschooled can exceed more in life as much as those who attended a public school, if not more. Students who are homeschooled tend to be more organized and independent because they are more in control of their education and more independent when it comes to turning in their homework. Critics claim that homeschoolers are not educated as much as their peers in public school, but recent studies on the academic performance in homeschoolers in an article by Jason Brewer and Christopher Lipinski. Homeschooled students outperform their public school counterparts sufficiently, represents proof of the efficiency of homeschooling. The evidence of this statement is that homeschoolers typically score 15 to 30% points above public school students on standardized academic achievement tests. The public school average is the 50th percentile. Scores range from 1 to 99. Home education students typically score above average on the SAT and ACT tests that college consider for admission, and that homeschooled students are increasingly being actively recruited by colleges. In conclusion, homeschooling is not for everyone. Some individuals need to be around people daily, while others, like myself, are fine keeping to themselves. In the public school system, many factors may affect a child's mental health as well as their education. Things such as bullying, peer pressure, the type of curriculum, medical issues, amongst other factors. Homeschooling involves many benefits for students, such as having more freedom in their lives, becoming more independent, better organized, as well as having better time management skills, which are all essential life skills. Even though being homeschooled has the many benefits that show how students that study at home tend to exceed more in life than their peers in public school, critics are always opinionating that homeschoolers are not as social or educated as their peers who attend a traditional public school. I do, though, encourage families to look into homeschooling because I do believe that it is beneficial in many ways, educationally as well as providing many life skills that can be used during and after high school.